Hi there, I'm Ebudage Peace Mercy, and you're welcome to another episode on our Entrepreneur and Business Visa series. So, today we'll be responding to a particular question. We'll start responding to questions we get via our email on from the previous videos you've watched. So, I'm responding to a particular question today, and it says, "How do I prove demand for my business idea?" This is just some paraphrase, but I'm going to be reading out the exact questions so you know I'm responding to your question. It says, "I have been told to get a purchase order or prove demand for my business idea if applying for an innovator visa. How do I show this?" So let's dig in. Okay, so the first thing is you did not specify the country. Different countries have different business visa or entrepreneur visa categories, and they go by different names. Innovator, a startup or innovator founder, and all that. So you didn't really specify. Why this is important is because the specifics in terms of if you even have to show if your business can gain traction over time, it's dependent on that particular country and then the particular visa category. So what do I mean by this? Let's take for instance, if you're doing a startup visas do not necessarily require unique business ideas. That depends on the country that you're taking your startup visa application to. So, which country do I use as an example? Okay, let me use Germany for an example. At least Germany is one of the um, Germany has one of the strongest economies within the European region. So let's use Germany for example. Germany has a startup visa category, and as one of the requirements for that is that you show that you have some form of you'll be able to get some form of traction. So um, you have to prove that your idea can be or will be or your business is going to be accepted in the market or acceptable in the market. And one of the strongest way to do that most times is to get a purchase order, which you said, or get probably an endorsement from maybe a firm that you'll be partnering with or a brand you'll be partnering with in Germany. You only need to get a purchase order if your business is a product-based business. But when it's a service-based business, you can't use the word purchase order. So you could be looking at and signing up or pursuing endorsement deals to say, oh, this big brand said if I come into the country and they're going to help me, or they're interested, they're going to help me do this, do that, to ensure that my products, when I say product, I'm talking about digital product, my product is evenly distributed or easily distributed in Germany. So you can't really apply that if you're going for an innovator founder visa category. That's because the innovator founder visa category has to do with a unique business idea. So most of the time, you will not be shooting yourself in the leg. Let me use that word if you don't have such things available or such proofs available. The only thing is you need to be clear as regards your market entry strategy, because you need to have data that shows that this thing is something that the market is hungry for, and then this is how we plan to get into the market. So for the innovator founder visa categories, I'm aware. So for instance, the UK, the US, um, although with some specifics in terms of the requirements and all that. For instance, if you are going to the US to apply for innovator visa or innovator startup visa or whatever coined word you want to call it, you need to get an endorsement, or you need to get some form of investment from specific angel investing bodies. You can find those information on USCIS's website. So that's a different angle. The UK is not asking you to get an endorsement anymore. I mean, it's not asking you for a minimum amount to have for your startup business anymore, for your innovator or for your unique business anymore. That has been scrapped out already. So these are the things you want to look at. So that's why the first thing I'm asking is what country. And perhaps if you're able to respond to this video and let us know the exact country, then we'll be able to reach out to you and then advise you personally. Or you could just go on a booking platform to, book a consultation session with us to know the specifics that you should look out for. So one thing that's common is you're going to that no matter the country or the visa category, so long as it's under startup or business or entrepreneur visas, is that you're going to be ensuring that your business plan ticks these two things. One is going to be beneficial, the business idea or the business itself you want to execute is going to be beneficial to the country you're taking it to. That's one, and then secondly, you have enough funds to execute your business plan in that country. So I'm going to use a case study of a particular client that we work with that got a rejection from an endorsing body in the UK recently. And it's almost like we saw that coming. Now, talking about if you have enough funds to execute that particular business idea, right? So they were a bit frugal, or they applied a lot of frugality in how they stated out their expenses, or that's as to how much they're going to be expending on the business to have like a runway for at least a year. So they were a bit frugal with the way they were um, putting out the expenses. So let me give this example. Let's say it's going to cost you £1,000, depending on the square meter, to rent a space, a business space in the UK, also depending on the part of the UK where you'll be renting that space. Yeah. So let's say data has it that it's going to cost £1,000, of course, for rental data and all that. And in your business plan, that's in the financial aspect, you have £500 for a year, while what is really available, what is obtainable, is £1,000. That does not paint a good picture at all. It paints two things: you're either lying, or you don't even have an idea of the expenses you're likely going to meet in the market as you get in. So that's it. No matter what it is that, or what country you're taking it to, and all that, these are the things that just apply to everything and every visa category under this umbrella of innovation and bringing up or bringing in new businesses into some countries. So going back to how do you prove traction, if your question was directed towards the innovator founder visa type for any country, that there's one way you can also do that is to perhaps create a prototype or create a Figma for the digital products solution you're bringing to the market. So this gives the endorsing body a feel of what to expect with the real products. That's what prototypes do, or Figma. That's what they would usually do for you. So of course, like I said in the previous videos, most of the things you're actually going to be doing is that you're most likely just going to be um, upgrading the way things are done, right? Bringing in good or better systems into the way people are used to doing things every day, yeah, everyday activities and all that. So when you create something like that, and you can also gather user feedback, right? You can run a survey, gather user feedback. So it just gives the official going through your business plan at that first initial stage, that idea that okay, once you launch this into the market, there's a market that is readily hungry, to feast on this product, either a digital product or a physical product. Yes. Another thing that can actually help when it comes to knowing how to align your finances and all that, I think you should read the Lean Startup. It's a book that would really help. Yeah, it's a book that would really help when you're trying to put together the financial aspects of your business plan. Hola, and